Almighty morning. Welcome in, welcome in. We are here. The overlay on. Not going to put that. Say good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, we're good to go. Do we have anyone else?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
There.
Well, I guess we'll just wait a few minutes until we get a couple people in, and then we can start with our live here.
As far as waiting, what have you been up to? Besides,
Healing,
and
lots of healing.
I did tell them that you weren't on because you hurt yourself. I don't remember if I was specific. So could you explain what happened?
While I was out kayaking at Canyon Lake on I think it was Memorial Weekend. Yeah.
Was it Monday or was it the Sunday?
It was a Sunday. It was a
Okay.
Sunday. That Sunday we went out with my grandson. And I just didn't have my footing correct. I thought I did. And we were going through this kind of rocky area to get to the beach area. We wanted to, land our stuff at, just kind of hang out there. And I thought I had my footing. And I even put my foot real good with some pressure there. I was like, okay. And then as soon as I picked up the other foot, down I went to the side, just to the side. I don't have any other bruising. I don't have any other injuries. Just that my foot got stuck between the rock from underneath the rock, like way down there is what slipped. It wasn't the top rock. And then, yeah, and then I got up and I looked and my foot was stuck right between the rocks. So I was like, oh crap, this is not good. Then I went to the emergency room on Monday and they did 3 x-rays and then they came back and they said, yeah, you broke it in a really good spot too. Not such a good spot. I'm being sarcastic there. So I just have to make sure it heals properly so I don't have any more issues down the road. So, and that is what we'll be talking about today, which leads to earthing and grounding. And that's where I've really picked up that big time. And it's helped a lot. As you've seen, Julie, it's not as bad as it was. Didn't I send you a picture of it the next day or something like when it happened?
No, you showed me. Yeah, you showed me your foot, but it was already wrapped.
Okay, I'll send you the picture of it when it actually the next day at the hospital.
So the next day to go to the hospital.
I was tired.
But you kept it up.
Yeah, I slept. I went to bed. I slept, but the next day I was like, "Yeah, I better get in."
Oh,
I
yeah.
never know what's
You need to see both because you'll see the difference.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely not normal for her.
No,
Some people, that's normal, and it's fine.
no,
That's not normal.
no. No, I have clean cells throughout my whole body. I don't have inflammation. Plus, I earth and I ground. So that's a lot of reasons why I don't have a lot of information. That does help. We got people coming in now.
Yes,
Huh?
we do.
Okay, well, you guys, hi, welcome to the Spiritual Show that flows Tuesday morning, where we hope to get you downloads and upgrades and elevated. With me, Claudine with Elevated by Claudine, and then I have my co-host Julie with Love Royal Warriors. And we come to you today with love and hoping that we can help you with information. We come with all kinds of information. And what we talk about, the disclosure here I want to say is what we say here isn't for everyone. It's for whoever has ears to hear it. And we're not doctors. We're not medical professionals at all. We do talk a lot about health and give health advice, but we only talk from our own anecdotal evidence of what we have done for ourselves and helping other people heal. I am a practitioner here in Glendale, Arizona. I own my own healing facility and I help people get off of pharmaceutical, street drugs, and alcohol onto plant-based medicine. I am a dosing specialist. I also help people work with their fascia, their chi, and the esoteric part of you, the celestial part of you, and your human, and of course the human. So again, like I was saying, this is only for entertainment purposes that we do this, but we take our stuff very serious too. So there's our disclosure. Let's get that out of the way. So yeah, good morning, you guys. What have you guys been up to? It's been 3 weeks.
Yes, yes.
3 weeks.
It's been a nice break, but ready to get back to helping you guys.
Yes, it was a really nice break. It went by real fast.
Mm.
It did. And then I took a break last week from my Monday live, which was nice. It was really nice. It's nice to take breaks, isn't it?
I hadn't taken a break in 2 years, and now I'm starting to take breaks. So,
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you on that. But anyways, what I wanted to talk today, you guys, about is I guess we'll start this off with earthing and what does that mean to you? Grounding. Sometimes they call it grounding. What do you know about this, Julie?
there's a lot of ways to do grounding, and some people say it has to do with your astrology sun sign. And actually, to me, it has to do with what resonates with you the most. Sometimes water is very important to me. However, in my chart, I only have my astrology chart, natal chart, some people call it. Anyway, I only have 3% water in my chart. So water is not that abundant in my astrology. So why do I need it? And I need it because I'm very earthy. Talking about earthing.
Yes.
And I have Virgo and Taurus, strong earth signs, and they are very big on my chart. I think it's like 70% or something, 60 to 70%. I'm earth. So, yes, I'm very fire, but I'm very earth as well.
And I'm earth and water.
Yes. There's where the water is, right there.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so earthing. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit into the scientific part of it. These are from documentaries that I've watched. I've got this information from. I've got information just throughout the years. I wasn't introduced to earthing until about 2017 is when it came to my awareness. I still didn't quite understand it. I was like, yeah, no way. No way. That's too easy. That's exactly what I thought. That's too easy. Then probably around it was probably around 2020 is when I actually started doing it. And then I watched a documentary, and that really got me to understand it a little bit more. And so there's a lot of scientific information out there about this. People have been doing studies lately, like recently, new studies. And I'm going to go into some of that. And so earthing, first, I want to talk about the scientific part of it. Then we're going to go into the spiritual aspects of it. So earthing, okay. So you need electrons for energy. It's called the electron transport chain in the mitochondria. Okay, and I love talking about the mitochondria, you guys. If you've watched this show before, I have talked on the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. It's inside your cells. This is where energy is created. Okay, and remember, we are all energy. We are frequencies. That is what we are made of. Okay, so it generates this stuff called ATP. Okay, that's the abbreviation, and that stands for adenosine triphosphate. All right. I know you guys are going to get a little lost with what I'm talking about, but trust me, when we bring it around circle this conversation, you're going to have a complete understanding of what I'm talking about. It's the energy molecule inside your cells, often referred to as the energy currency of the metabolism. The ATP plays a crucial role in energy transfer within the cells. Okay, so it's the mitochondria speaks to the cells, and the cells communicate. It is very important that you have your cells communicating all the time. You have to tell your cells to communicate. I do it every morning when I'm in the shower. And again, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of energy. Oh, you just flipped us.
Sorry, but I was looking out the door and I was looking at you, so I wanted to.
It's like- I like getting flipped. Okay, so again, like I said, ATP is short for adenosine triphosphate. It's the currency of your body. That's how it works. Our biological system, by generating this electrical energy when we connect to the earth through a conductive surface. Now, let's talk about that a little bit. When I say conductive surface, to receive this energy, okay, that we've been disconnected, we're going to get into that too, how we have been disconnected from this because of shoes. And dirt, soil, grass, the beach, sand. Now, concrete can work and rocks can work too, as long as they're wet. That is what I've learned through different researches that I've read and movies that I've seen about it, documentaries. So supposedly you can ground if it's wet. Like yesterday, it rained all day in Arizona. So if you didn't have your shoes on and you're out on the sidewalk or on the pavement or whatever, you were grounding. And this is what this is about. This is about, hey, people, let's take off our shoes. Okay. We are so disconnected. I'm old enough to remember when I was little and I used to watch shows, like the shows that were kind of popular when I was growing up was like the Waltons, Little House on the Prairie, um, Leave It to Beaver, Dennis the Menace. If you go back and watch these shows, they're never wearing shoes. They're not. Shoes were not a big deal. Now in our custom, I guess you can say, or to be in style, your outfit is based on what shoes you have now. We've completely switched how we think about shoes. Like shoes is a staple now. Like you're judged by on what kind of shoes you're wearing. That's how bad our culture has gotten with shoes. Um, Shoes didn't become a big thing or a fad or in style or so important in people's lives until I would say around, I think it was like the early 70s when Nike came out.
Yes.
Yeah, around that time is when shoes started to become very popular. So, anyways, with that being said, so the conductive surface is something that, like I said, of dirt, grass, sand. The beach is probably the best place to go because you also have the water there to ground. And you feel it when you go to the beach. You feel a huge release when you do this instantly when you connect. Okay. So so when you do that to the surface, there's a transfer of electrons that slowly go into your body. The very second you touch the earth, the body is saturated with electrons instantaneously. It's so fast that scientists can't even measure it. So that's pretty cool. So when the electrons from Earth enter the body, they coat the red blood cells so that the cells repel each other and then they can't clump. And the blood thickens, goes down. The blood, yeah, uh, the blood's thickness, I'm sorry, goes down. It's easier for the heart to pump the blood. So what I'm trying to say here is it's a natural blood thinner. It thins the blood. When you have shoes on, your blood is thicker when you're not grounding. And as soon as you ground, that is an instant blood thinner. Very interesting, isn't this?
Yeah, it's sad for those who have thin blood.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason when you're, for all that stuff, though. That's
Yeah.
another disease that was caused by something else. Okay, so you go down. Okay, so then it's easier for the heart to pump the blood. The blood pressure goes down. Cardiovascular issues go away. So we're isolating ourselves from Mother Gaia. Okay, so when you do this, you get a surplus of electrons into your body, and you get the absolute opposite of what you're receiving when you have shoes on and when you're grounding. Like your body, it's completely opposite of what your blood is doing. Okay. Why do people take blood thinners? Like, especially people, women, when they're PMSing, they take an ibuprofen to thin the blood to get rid of the cramps, the inflammation, right? So it takes away your inflammation, you guys, naturally. That is what grounding and earthing does. And so you're having low levels of inflammation and the blood is thin and your body, you have more chances of getting blood clots when you're wearing shoes, when you're wearing the rubber, when you're disconnected. Um, and I was just thinking maybe the thinning of the blood is the reason for physical corporeal systems that helps it go into balance. It's a balance. Now, when we go into the spiritual aspects of it, there's two things. There are electrons from the earth and there's electrical rhythms of the earth. Okay. And that's very important for setting our biological clocks.
Kevin had said he likes to go into the forest to ground. Letchworth State Park is awesome.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Going into the forest because you have the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have the trees. And why I've been healing my foot where I ground is right across the street from where I live is a dog park. So that's where, and there's this big, huge, massive tree and it has its roots hanging out, coming out of the ground. I have been rolling because it's a heel in my foot that I broke. I've been rolling the heel of my foot on that tree roots. And it feels so good. It just feels really good. And the forest is fabulous. Plus, you'll be able to hear all the trees and the plants talking to you, and everything should go away. Who said that, Steve? Does your Kevin?
Yeah.
Do you notice your inflammation going away instantly? Don't you feel a huge relief in your body?
As soon as he replies, I'll let you know.
Okay.
We're having problems with YouTube chat, but I've got it up.
Okay, so this sets your biological clock, you guys. Okay, your rhythms. Okay, and your circadian rhythms, and then your seasonal rhythms is programmed into your body. Now you're wondering what I'm talking about. What do you mean seasonal programs? What are you talking about circadian rhythms? Okay. These are very important to have these balanced in your body. Okay. And they're natural. They happen natural. And this is where I'm going to kind of put in the solstice. Okay. We are on June 3rd, you guys. We are in the month of the solstice. Okay. And this is a seasonal rhythm. This is where this kind of comes from. Okay. This is how we get our seasons, okay? So Mother Gaia moves around the sun, the earth moves around the sun, earth does. Okay? And it takes 365 days for her to go through it. And she does it on an axis tilt of 23 degrees. Okay? So when we have the solstice, we're coming into our summer solstice this month. On June 20th, it starts. That's when we're recycling again into summer. And we're going to go into our seasonal rhythm with Mother Gaia. She does this 4 times a year. All right. 2 solstice, 2 equinoxes. All right. So that is when different amounts of direct sunlight throughout the year changes. All right. So since we're going into the summer solstice, our days are going to get longer. Actually, that's going to be the longest day on the June 20th will be the kickoff of summer. And it'll be the longest day and our days will become longer. When we go into the winter solstice in December, our days get shorter. And that is the solstice. And then that's us coming out of spring into summer. It's a time that we should really, really celebrate. These are the things we're supposed to celebrate, you guys. These are our real, true holidays. We are connected with Mother. We come from Mother Earth. We are Mother Earth. She is a celestial. She's not just some blue ball floating out in the cosmos, you guys. She's much more than that. She is our real, true first mother. Our human this corporeal body comes from her. Your avatar, whatever you want to call it, is made from her. You're made of more microbiome organisms than you are human cells. Um, and they want to disconnect us from her. Okay. The way the darkness has set against us, they don't want us connecting with her in no way, shape, or form, because that is our natural innateness to be grounded. Uh, the seasonal rhythms they're programmed into our body naturally. I already said Mother Gaia is, she's a celestial body.
Okay. Litha is a pagan holiday, one of their 8 Sabbaths during the year. Litha, also known as midsummer, occurs on the summer solstice. That was from Victor.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin says, when he goes into the forest, it unfolds and tells me a story. And yes, I do feel relief. So I just want to.
And I see that Victor says that she was a human. Yes, indeed. Victor is very correct. I do believe that mother actually came to Earth as a human. She did.
Sorry.
And you're right. I believe that too. And she's our first mother. And so earthing is just very important. Okay. The separation has disrupted our biological rhythms, you guys. Everything linked to this, okay? To disease, dis-ease. Spell out disease, you guys, and it is dis-ease. Everything linked to disease. Discomfort and inflammation comes from being disconnected to Mother Gaia. No, if someone walks barefooted on the grass, I got some things here that I wrote too. Okay, so if someone is barefoot on the grass or earth or in the dirt, basically the free radicals that are built up in the body as a result of stress and inflammation, they are neutralized instantaneously. You neutralize all of those free radicals going on in your body. And free radicals are just unstable molecules in the body. So, you're neutralizing, but what's really happening is you're absorbing your biological rhythms and bringing them into alignment in synchronicity with Mother Earth. So there's a lot going on when you're earthing with your body. Now, in one of the documentaries that I watched, and it's a great documentary. It's called The Earthing Movie. It's on YouTube. It's a wonderful documentary. I highly suggest everyone to watch that. And that's exactly what it's called. The Earthing Movie. Maybe Julie can put that in the comments.
Okay.
And it's on YouTube, movies, and TV. And it's been out since 2018. I've watched this thing like 3 different times. And every time I watch it, I learn something new. This last time when I watched it a few months ago, I understood everything they were saying. Like I would boom, 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 boom. It was really cool. The first time I watched it back in, I think it was 2018. The first time I watched it, it over my head. So anyways, it's all energy. We're all energy. It's all about energy, and it stops the inflammation, the pain, and we have been conditioned to be disconnected from it. That is bad. Don't get dirty. I mean, all the things that we've heard about it. If you guys want to, you guys can ask some questions or something at this point. I'd like to hear what you guys are doing to Earth, and if you guys knew this information, would you guys know about this? The artificial things that are around this planet have kept us disconnected, you guys. The 5G, all that stuff. Movies, being in style, having to wear, certain shoes. Like I said, now it's custom for us to build our outfit first we pick the shoes, then we pick the outfit, right? Isn't that how the conditioning's been going? I would say probably what, the last 30 years now going? No.
Yeah.
You have a relationship with her. So, and you guys, she wants you. She wants you. She needs you to be doing this. She wants to connect with you. She's been so disconnected, not just from us, but from Source too. Her and Source create. I believe that Mother Gaia is the female energy of Source. And they create together. But they have been blocked too. I do believe that the lords of this planet, and you guys know how I feel about those people, those beings, have been able to put overlayers of all kinds of things over her to disconnect her from us and disconnect her from Source, and then us disconnected from Mother. Now, for those of you who can't get outside and maybe you're bed bound or something like that, there's other ways you can ground, or you're in a wheelchair or whatever the reason why. You can get grounding mats. I highly recommend them. I myself own a grounding mat.
And have been utilizing it with your foot?
Almost a year I've been using my,
Especially right now.
Especially right now. So I sleep on a grounding mat. I purchased this, it'll be almost a year. My lymphatic system, if anyone remembers, my lymphatic system went out on me back in September, and I got very sick, you guys. And I still had a lot of pain going on in my body come around November or around December. And so for Christmas, I purchased myself this grounding mat, which I was advised by two of my clients. And they're like, "Oh, Claudene, it's a game changer." And so I went ahead and I did my research on this one particular company that I really enjoy. They're the ones that actually invented the grounding mats. It's a real grounding mat that grounds into the port of your home, your grounding port. And as soon as I started sleeping on that, and within a week, my inflammation was gone. Gone. Lymphatic system was moving, clearing channel. It was great. So I used that, and then it was no, let me see. Sunday night, I went ahead and I wrapped the bottom of it around my foot, and I went to sleep, and that's really helped with inflammation on my foot. I barely have minimal inflammation right now on my foot. Julie can testify to that because I took off my splint this morning to show her.
Yeah, it looks much better than it did.
Mm-hmm. And that's in 1 week, you guys. In 1 week. And I've never had a broken bone. And I know I have strong bones. I know I have good bones because I have been using cannabis my whole entire life. And the nurse at the hospital told me that she's like, "That's so good that you're like all into cannabis and that you do all that because your bones are going to heal really fast." I go, "Really?" I go, "You know about that?" And she goes, "Yes." She goes, "It's true." She goes, "I see it all the time. People who use cannabis, bones heal faster than the ones who don't."
Wow.
Yep. And that was straight from a nurse from the hospital who told me that. And I've heard that from other nurses before too.
Well, it's kind of funny because knowing my oldest son, he has gotten stitches every 3 years. He's had grates, the manhole covers and stuff like that fall on his foot.
Oh my goodness.
But he has never, well, up until recently, he had never had a broken bone. Never.
Neither. And
So
and I'm a klutz.
Yeah.
I'm klutzy. I'm so klutzy. I mean, sometimes it's just kind of like I'm not made for this planet.
Remember, your body comes from Mother Gaia.
Right.
Your soul is from another
I
heaven.
know, right? I'm a celestial in this meat suit, but I'm telling you, there's just things about being human and how klutzy I am. But I've never broken a bone. I've always been able to catch myself. So this is my first broken bone ever in my body, and I am very close to being on this planet for 56 years. So do we have any comments coming in?
I haven't seen any since Victor's. I did show that Kevin had said, from Gaia, all life flows. From the sun, all life grows. Oh, I like that. Gaia is the mother, and she was human in the past. You already knew that part. Um, Victor did pull a collective card for everyone, and that is the Ten of Cups. Symbolizes happipiness, harmony, emotional fulfillment.
Oh, thank you for that,
Okay, and
Victor.
then
How
he
sweet.
says, oh, he posted a second time because we hadn't gotten to it. So it's there. So who else is on? We know there's people on, and it's quiet all of a sudden, but
And then, another thing how Mother communicates, which I'm sure some of you guys are aware of this and might even know how to read it and understand it, is light language. She'll communicate through light language, which is it's a frequency. It's another frequency of love. Now, I read light language when it reflects off of the water. To me, that's source coming in. Or when it's reflecting off of a window or something like that, and then it's coming on to you. That's a way of source and Mother Gaia sending you language, and they call it light language. So I always think that is so beautiful, and usually it'll come in when I see it. It comes in with these beautiful rainbow colors, and I just love it. It's so awesome. So there we go, and that's about earthing. And I believe that this is a really good time, you guys. This is June. This is the month of the solstice, and it's a really good time to start practicing walking barefooted and taking off those shoes and loving on Mother Gaia and reconnecting, reestablishing your relationship with her and walking softly on her. She's been through it too, just like we have.
yes. And you can imagine the toxins that are coming out of people that are going into Mother Gaia. And she's doing her best to clean all of those toxins up. Because when we receive toxins, you can imagine the multiplicity of what she's receiving.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been sprayed on. She's been kept from growing. Look at, this is something that I've noticed and it's quite disgusting to me is the black top. Since I broke my foot and and I've noticed this before, you guys, trust me, I'm surrounded by black top where I live, where I work, nothing but black top in the city of Phoenix. Everywhere you go is black top. And it's disgusting. It's gross. And it's poisonous, and they just resurfaced our blacktop, our asphalt, a couple weeks ago. And it's really gross because they put this stuff called slurry seal inside of outside of asphalt. If anyone knows anything about asphalt, they put this nasty stuff called slurry seal in it, and it has asbestos. So there's nothing healthy about it at all. It's actually very damaging for us we breathe in those toxins. Um, Oh, I guess we're having some issues with you.
Noted, closing mic sounds like glass jar to me. Okay. Well, I'm looking at YouTube, and I just found it that you're having a problem. Okay, go ahead and talk.
Oh yeah, we got the dark forces on us today, huh? Forces don't like it. Nope, they don't. They don't like to get this information out. You know how it goes, Victor. Yeah, they don't want this information out. They don't really like anything that I have to say. Um, I see them and they see me. So, but it's not going to stop me. I'm still here and I keep going. But they are weakening. I feel like they're getting weaker and weaker and weaker as the time goes by. We are winning. We are. I'm noticing a lot of people. A big shift just happened. Let's talk about the shift. Oh my gosh, you guys, who felt the shift the last couple of weeks? I sure have. And then I got the message that a big shift had happened about 3 weeks ago, and it's not that people are waking up. What I was told by spirit, it's not that people are waking up. The programming is getting taken down. It's being dismantled. People are getting, because the matrix is dismantling, people are starting to break away from it naturally and having, I guess you could call it a wake up, but it's not just them waking up, it's them actually becoming disconnected from the matrix because the matrix is getting weak. I'm sure you guys can feel that and see that with what's going on this planet. Nothing but chaos. And remember, they have to create chaos because they don't know how to create anything. They only know how to destroy. They cannot create nothing good or bad because they don't know how to create anymore. So, um, it's starting to catch up to them. Hello, Kevin. Um, Kevin E-Man. That's my grandson's nickname.
Oh,
It's funny. E-Man.
well, this is a different Kevin. Hello, Kevin.
Um,
Right.
So that's about all I have about unearthing. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add to that. I hope you guys start to get out there and start, getting and feeling the difference in your body when you do it. Do it every day, at least 15 minutes. I do it a half an hour in the morning and then a half an hour at night. Like I said, I can go right across the street and I've got a beautiful doggy park with beautiful grass and trees. So it's accessible to me. But I know some of you guys out there have the forest, the beach, and parks. So actually get naked. If you can get naked and just lay on the grass or lay somewhere, oh my gosh, there's nothing better than that. That is the best connection ever.
Yes, do not do that in the public parks, people. Yeah, not a smart move. Even up in New York, Kevin Blaze, I would not suggest that.
Any chance you get, though, get naked, get in the lakes, get in the
Oh,
rivers,
okay.
get in the water, under the waterfalls, get on the ground. Just as much as you can be naked is the best way to clean your aura. It really is. And to get those attachments off of you from whatever has attached. That is a lower vibrating being on your aura. So that's how parasites, there are the astral parasites, you guys are real. And if you want to release these parasites, even a shower is just as simple as doing a shower too. Will wash them off.
Mm.
That's why it's so important to take showers and to clean yourself because you don't know what you picked up through the day. Honestly, unless you can see the astral realm or the underneath ground, or the underworld, whatever you want to call it, because we're intermeshed. We are intermeshed, you guys, with all kinds of other dimensions and realms. I mean, they're here with us, among us. We just can't see it with the naked eye. Now, some of us who are gifted, like me and Julie and Anne, and who are very tapped in to energies, we can feel them, we can see them, we can hear them, so we know it's real. Um, and another way of getting these attachments off of you is wind. They don't like wind. So go for a run, go for a bike ride, a bicycle ride, go for a motorcycle ride. That's like one of the best ways to do it too. Um, like they always say that, you never see a motorcycle parked in front of a psychiatrist's office because motorcycle riding, they say, is therapy, which I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I hope that those in the Phoenix area, especially those who received the majority of the rain, got out and enjoyed that. I got out barefooted and walked around, yes, and let the rain come down. It started early in the morning, one morning, just
Sunday.
sprinkling.
This Sunday.
I think it was Saturday morning that I got a little bit of rain.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think it was really overcast here on Saturday.
Yeah, and it got a little bit of rain in the morning, and I went out. It was so beautiful outside.
Yeah.
So, and just enjoyed it. And then I think it was Sunday. Yeah, that was when it was raining almost every day on the east side. Some people from the west side or central side said that they didn't receive that much. It was just a little bit. It's like we received it almost all day long, but it was nice and gentle, very gentle.
Yeah, it was a great rain. Yes, and you're right. The elementals and the Nomis. The Nomis is an elemental that I'm very connected to, and they are the protectors for Mother Gaia. They protect the dirt. They protect the mushrooms, and so they're very important too. And just thank God for them. Thank goodness for them because they have helped Mother so much so that she didn't die out. They helped her hang on.
When people lost their magic and their memories.
She lost her way too. Her womb has been very damaged, and that's from the overlays from what the darkness did to what the darkness did to her did to us too. You guys, it's the same thing. Again, they don't want the connection because they know how important it is, but they can't control that. They can't control it forever. They just can't. And with all this new light coming in and going into the golden age, they're not going to be able to harm her anymore. They just can't. They don't have the technology. Their technology is terrible. It sucks. See, is there any other comments on here?
Nothing yet other than the elementals. That's it right now. We do have people on, but please chat with us.
So I guess I can go into, you wanted to talk about,
Did you get solstice and all that? Okay.
yeah, we can end it with elimination of candles.
Well, we got time. It's almost 9, so we got plenty of time. Okay. Now we talk about all these different things you can take, and all these different substances, plants, the CBD and all that. Well, I gave my son, I bought for my son at Mushroom Dave's in Pacific, Missouri. Yes, there's another mushroom place out there, but he's all about gourmet mushrooms, not what Miss Claudine does. Anyway, I bought ground powdered, whatever you want to call it, lion's mane, because I know how much lion's mane has helped me. So I brought it, or I bought it for my son. Well, I spoke to Mushroom Dave, and this is very important because when I read he looked at the bag and he says, "Yeah, you need to get the granulated instead of the capsules because it does so much more." He says, "But you need to take 1 teaspoon." I said, "Well, your instructions say 1 tablespoon." He says, "But you don't want to overdose on this. This is what the mushroom man is telling you."
Yeah, you don't
Okay?
want, so you have to take it real slow with lion's mane.
Yeah, you don't want to overdose on it. But on his packaging, it says to take a tablespoon. That's 4 times what he was recommending to me. So when I got it home, I told my son, only take a teaspoon. Do not take any more than that. No matter what it says, take a teaspoon. He did. He had an allergic reaction very quickly. First, he got itching skin. Then he had to go to the bathroom. And now he normally has to go to the bathroom when he takes coffee. And he put the lion's mane in his coffee. That was his second cup for the day, and he usually doesn't do that. But right after that, it was very hard for him to breathe. Now, he did take his daughter's inhaler, and then I grabbed my peppermint for him so he could breathe in the peppermint. And that came down really well. He looked online and said that lion's mane allergic reaction is very rare, but it does happen. And it said specifically each thing that he had. Okay. But his metabolism he knows his metabolism. He says, I will have this worked out in 2 hours. It didn't take quite that much because of all the other things we did, the peppermint and everything. The breathing got corrected within 15, 20 minutes of him doing everything. But the rest, it took the 2 hours. So what I'm saying to you is, if you haven't tried something, like she was saying, take it very slowly. No matter if it's lion's mane or anything else, take it slowly. Make sure you're not allergic to it. When I tried different oils to see, because my skin had a bad reaction to combinations, I did one at a time. Okay. And I didn't do it on the total area. I just did a little at a time. And it really helps. But this is you. You've got to make the decision how to do it. Just don't read the directions. Obviously, that would have probably sent my son to the hospital if we read the directions and I hadn't talked to the gentleman. Okay. Read the directions. Also double check on Google. And if it doesn't resonate with you, don't do it. Because I'm going to be starting different regimens for my eyesight, for my hair, and for my skin. And I'm going to do it very slowly because I don't want to have bad reactions to it. I've had enough. I mean, through my life, I've had a lot of allergic reactions to a lot of things. And no more. So hopefully we can. Have you had any allergic reactions?
No. I did go low and slow on lion's mane. It hit me really hard. I only took a pinches when I first started, but you want to make sure you always have the fruity body, all the fruity body. And her son most likely had an allergic reaction because of the substrate.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to ask you that.
Is he allergic to nuts and seeds and all that stuff? Does he have a problem with all that stuff?
No, mainly dairy. But I was going to give him a call, or no, text Mushroom Dave to see what substrate he used.
Yeah, it could be in the substrate. Another thing, it could be a parasite, and the parasite's located in the chest, and that is why it did the breathing. The first thing your son really should have done was got Mullein. Mullein,
We didn't have any.
Peppermint worked. Anyways,
Yeah,
Mullein is what you want to grab for if you ever have any kind of a breathing problem. I do sell Mullein on my website, you guys. So Mullein is everything for the respiratorial. And so is LSD.
I'm not going there. To me,
It's kind of hard to find. But LSD was created to cure asthma. But then it gave people hallucinations, so they never went that route. Just saying. Anyways.
Okay.
Information.
Timothy Leary. Okay.
But anyways, and I got this information because I work with people who are LSD and acid and specialists. And so, yeah, that's where I learned this from other people who do different types of, medicine, non-conventional medicines. I love going to psychedelic conventions. I learned so much from so many different people. And I've been going to psychedelic conventions for quite some time now.
I've never heard of them.
They're probably still around. I'm sure they're real popular. When I went to them, they were awesome. They are not what I think they are today. They're kind of like a groupie thing, and everyone just gets kind of messed up on the entheogens. But back when I was doing them, it wasn't so much like that. We were just really there trying to get the movement going and learning about these different types of entheogens because I was just so intrigued by them my whole life. So, anyways, yeah.
Victor had an allergic reaction to long grass, which resulted in sinus inflammation and red eyes.
And that's a sign. Yeah, that's a sign of a parasite. And then another thing, whenever you have an allergic reaction, I know this is going to sound crazy, and again, I'm going to say it because I will never stop talking about it, is to drink your urine. So if you were to drink, which you probably wouldn't do it, most humans don't do it, when you drink your urine, then you're going to be able to, you'll stop being allergic to anything that you're allergic to because your body will remember. You're putting back in your own brain stems and plasma and the memory. You have a memory code. You have a fingerprint, and your urine knows that fingerprint of the days back when you were not allergic to it, and it will reset it to go back to that, and you'll no longer be allergic. So urine therapy is really good for allergic reactions too. And he probably could have put his urine on his chest too and got it transdermally. He doesn't necessarily have to drink it. Or another way is through the belly button.
Right, we talked about the belly button.
Mm-hmm.
The last week we were together, and I tried argon for a couple days. It didn't work for me, so I was going to next one I'm going to try is black seed.
Oh, black seed is good. I've done black seed before too. I haven't done it in a while. I have my castor oil right next to my bed, so it's always just my go-to thing. At night, I am so tired. At night, I am so lucky to. I am forcing myself to. I created some shower steamers. I'll be gifting you some shower steamers today, and I've been taking my shower steamers. One is made with eucalyptus, and one is made with lavender. And these are plants that I foraged myself. The lavender I actually grew, and the eucalyptus I actually grew. So, anyways, and did the extractions. I will put I put a little bowl inside the bathtub because I just really want to be a hog and make sure that my feet are getting all that medicine. And then I've been putting one of those steamers inside the little bowl and then soaking my feet in it every night. And just giving it some of that extra love and attention. And oh my gosh, I have to struggle just to get that done because I just want to go to bed.
Well, especially right now while you're recovering.
I know. I've been in bed by 8 o'clock every night and then elevating my foot and just taking care of myself. I've been really, really taking care of myself because I want this to heal and I want it to heal quickly because I got a new paddleboard.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And I got it 3 days after I broke my foot, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be a long time before I get on that thing. But I will be out hopefully by the end of summer on my new paddleboard, probably in the same spot where I broke my ankle. I love Canyon Lake. I love it. Have you been out there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love that lake. Bless you.
Thank you.
Let it out, girl.
I know, I usually do, but when we're on here,
I know you don't want to spray all your boogers everywhere, huh? You don't want to
No.
sneeze on you.
I got to the point where I'm not holding it back other than being on live. It's just, I didn't want to add to it. There was something else about the allergic reactions. But did you see what Victor said?
Oh, I did not.
It's on the white. Yeah, you got it. Either way. That he has on his balcony.
Perfect. Yeah, how are they liking it? That's a great fertilizer.
Well, my question is because I know that dog urine can kill a lot of plants.
So does cat urine. Cat and dog urine is, and I think it has to do with what they're eating. I think we've just poisoned them so bad. And because if a cat urinates on something, bye-bye to that. You're never going to get that. It's literally ammonia.
Yeah.
Literally. And I know this because I have I have 2 cat boxes I have to clean. I got one here in my facility and I got one at home. And I have to use apple cider vinegar with mother in it to get that cleaned properly. Okay. So yeah, I have a friend, as you know, Jude, who's a cat specialist. And then she'll tell you that, oh, your cat urinates on anything? Say bye-bye to that. It's got to go. It's got to go. And she's the only cat person I know that you can walk in her house and you won't even know she owns a cat. And literally she has anywhere from 3 to 8 cats at a time. She's a rescuer. She literally has a cat room, a huge room just for the cats. So she knows what she's doing. She's been at this game for a very long time, and I do house sitting for her. And I wouldn't house sit someone whose house was nasty. I would not sit in those type of energies. No way. But no, you don't even know that she's got a cat in her house at all.
Yeah, we have someone in our complex that you walk anywhere near that particular dwelling, and yes, it's very potent. You don't have to get close. Well, a couple weeks ago, the the man, he's older than I am, knocked at our door, at our gate, and said, I need help getting my wife to the hospital. I didn't think anything of it, really did not. And said, okay. He asked for my son. My son was asleep and he wouldn't wake up. And it's like, okay, fine. So I went to take him and got the car all ready. He got in the car. I start coughing because all I could smell is cat urine. That's all I could smell. I had the air conditioner ready and everything. It's like, no, windows down. Then I had to go pick up his wife. Again, windows were down. It was so much better. And I know I don't normally use things other than, like apple cider vinegar, white distilled vinegar, but I happen to have some Febreze for animal smell because I have 3 dogs. And I sprayed my car, rolled up the windows, shut the door just to get what was permeating into the fabric taken care of. And when I came back out, all of that was gone. It's like, oh, thank goodness that it didn't stay long, but wow, it was just tremendous. So be careful. And I know, Victor, you take good care of your cats, so you don't have to worry about that.
So he's on it. He knows.
Yeah.
Okay, so the comment that you just said, Victor, about the chemtrails, I've got a solution for you. Have you ever heard of metaphysical gardening? That's the name of it. And then the other name is electrical gardening. Gosh, I wish I had one here. I don't have one here, but I have them all in my garden. I can send a picture of it to you at when I get home, okay, tonight or tomorrow morning, Victor. I'll send you a picture of it. So I make these things out of copper. I get very thin copper wire and I make these really neat little designs, okay? And it's called electrical gardening. And I put those inside of my garden, and then I have wooden ones. And then the copper is around the wood, okay? And then it has a funny little copper ball on top. You can purchase these anywhere. They have them all. Just search for electrical gardening. Let me see if I can see it on my phone.
Do so. Does that mean you're going to do so, or that you already do it?
Yeah. So if you put those in your garden, that should keep the chemtrails in it. Literally, if you look up, you should be able to see where the sky's a little bit bluer around your area. That's how strong they are.
Oh, wow.
They permeate all the way. The frequencies will permeate out so much up to the sky and will clear those chemtrails for you and all of those nanobots. And what are those things that they
put get out there and put them everywhere.
No, we really do. Yeah. And let me see if I can find,
I have a lot of leftover electrical wire that I can create this.
It's copper. It's got to be copper.
Yes.
Okay.
It's always copper. So angry of those lizards eating lots and adding toxin stuff on the rest of people. Right. That's why you're doing your own. And if you're using your own urine, then you're making it for you. Oh, I remember what I was going to say, because we talked about honey before, that it should be in a glass jar. And it should not have touched any other thing but glass. And they can do it heat or cold pressed on that honey. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because when you buy local honey in your area, organic local honey, then you're going to be much better off, and you will not get as many allergy or allergic reactions to things when you're utilizing the local honey. So when you are traveling, and there is a market nearby, a farmer's market, and they have local honey. Get some for that area. The reason why I'm saying this is not only for allergic reactions, but if you notice when some people, when you go traveling, I don't know, Kevin, if you've ever had this, because I know we've talked about mosquitoes in the past, but if you eat local honey for whatever area you're in, the mosquitoes won't bite you as much. They will definitely bite more foreign people than they do those who live there, because they feel they've already had your blood and they want something new and different. I'm just saying, because the way I've traveled, anytime I go to, like I said, the last time we were talking about mosquitoes, when I go to Texas, I ask them if the mosquitoes are biting yet. And as soon as I say that, yeah, I get bit. So no, I don't say that anymore when I go to Texas. But so happy they have sun opening local
Found
craft and
it.
store. Beautiful.
Okay, so here's some of the
Oh,
you can buy them.
oh, okay. I wouldn't want.
Yeah,
I'd make my
yeah, you
own.
can make them. Yeah, you can make them. I make them. I buy them. I get all kinds of different ones. And this will help. Oh, and then, oh my gosh, your garden just goes. Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful. You should see my chilies. I'm doing a lot of chilies right now. It's hot out here. That's what it's about. Chilies, watermelon, and zucchinis and that kind of stuff is what's going right now for us, and potatoes, yeah, squashes and stuff right now. So I'm doing a whole bunch of different types of chilies, which I love chilies. So none of them will go to waste. And in fact, this morning, after we get done with our live, I have a special treat for you. We've got homemade cherry tomatoes that out of the garden
Mm.
for you today, and then fresh peaches from the peach tree.
You have a peach tree?
No, but my client does.
Oh, I love peaches.
And then what else we got from the garden? Oh, and then fresh chicken eggs. So
Oh,
this morning's
wow.
brunch is going to be fabulous.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah, so those will help with the chemtrails, okay, Victor? And you can get those electrical things. Like I said, I will. You can even make them. When I get home, I'll show you a picture, take a picture of it, and show you the one that I made just out of little copper wire. And like she said, she's got a bunch of copper at home too, so she can make her own. Yeah, just get a piece of wooden stick. And just wrap it around that. And yeah, it's just amazing what it does. And like she says, we need those everywhere so we can get the graphene dioxide that they're pouring on us. That's what they're pouring on us, the nanobots. That is what's being released on us, plus other poisons in the air from the chemtrails. And this is one way to combat those energies. I'm telling you, for everything they do, I almost have an answer on how to repel it back, because I've just done so much extensive research. And spirit speaks to me, and I can hear spirit and shows me the way. So, okay, so another thing that I wanted to talk about. So, on this particular live here, I talk a lot about detoxing, but I don't talk a lot about what is really important that goes along with detoxing, because with this show, we've just been talking a lot about the different types of parasites. There's been a lot of education on that with this show, but I'm going to get deeper. Now, on my other live, you guys, with Anne, we talk a lot more about the whole detox process. And what's bothering me lately is that I am seeing all these people. It kind of seems like detoxing and parasites is becoming kind of mainstream. You guys, have you noticed that? Just want you guys to know that you heard it first from me. I was the one who has been talking about parasites and showing you guys my own pictures of parasites, which is not easy to do. It's very, very difficult to come live on social media like this and to just put it out there. It's not easy at all. Okay. So, what I want to talk about, since we've got the solstice coming up, it's time for us to do a detox. But what's important first to do, you guys, is what I call channels of elimination. if you don't do these detoxes properly, you can cause more problems in your body. And I want to say I've become a master of detoxing the body. So when I see channels of elimination, okay, all of this is going to be on my website, you guys. This is my little thing that I put together to put on my website. And this is all going to be on there along with some of the products that I'm talking about here. Some of them won't. So to get when I'm talking about channels of elimination, what I'm talking about is detoxing and clearing out your pathways: lymphatic, kidney, liver, blood, everything. Just getting those pathways cleared out first, okay? Dissolve, and by doing that, and these are some of the things, okay, is the goals for this is going to be to dissolve stagnant bile, get the bile ducts ready, okay, and soften gallstones and kidney stones. Because if you have those, we've got to get rid of those first. That is what happened with my detox first. The very first thing when I started clearing my channels of elimination, the first thing that came out and I filled the toilet up with kidney and liver stones. Gallstones. I'm sorry. Kidney stones. Well, first it was gallstones. I knew, okay, I didn't even know I had these things. I eliminated those, got rid of those first. Then you want to improve the blood and the liver filtration. All right. And the way we're going to do this is going to be through beet juice. And beet juice is probably the number one way to do it, or beet capsules. I'm always going to highly suggest to do the juice. I love the juice.
Juices, or the liquid, is about 93% effective, whereas the capsules are around 53%.
If you don't like beets, then
I'm going capsules. I don't like beets.
I love beets. I love them.
I love dirt, but I don't love.
I'm terrible. I want to drink the whole jar when I get it. Like if it's like a good jar of apple juice or something. But anyways, I don't. I discipline myself and I do my 4 ounces, and I do this, when I am clearing out my channels. To soften the gallstones and the kidney stones, we're going to use malic acid. Malic acid comes from apples. It comes from a lot of citrus. But in this case, I'm going to highly suggest malic acid tablets because they are more effective that way. Drinking that much apple juice and eating that many apples is just too much sugar. And it's going to make the parasites. It's kind of like, yeah, you're feeding the parasites. You're going to get sick. I did that. I went that route at first and I was so sick. And those parasites were just like, sugar, 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 sugar. It was really, I didn't even know what was going on. But anyways, now I do. And then you're going to hydrate the lymphatic system, your lymph nodes, and your bowels. And then because the reason why you must do all this before you do the detox and is because you got to prevent reabsorption. You have to prevent that. If your body reabsorbs these toxins, it's not going to be good. It's going to create more issues in your body. So that's why it's very important to start with this way of doing your detox. And if you already go to the bathroom every day and you already are a good pooper and you eat 3 meals, you're eating 3 pounds of food and you're pooping out 3 pounds of food the very next day, great. That's not enough. It's not. Trust me. You got to get in that lymphatic system, into that fascia. You really got to drain this stuff out. So I will have everything. I'll have the malic acid. Oh, and then I'm sorry. And then a good binder. We're going to add a good binder in there. And a binder can be something as simple as activated charcoal, chlorophyll. What's that other one? I love using it. It's my mind just went blank. It'll come to me. I have it right over there too. Let me go check. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting a brain fog here.
And She was taking a lot of chlorophyll there for a little bit. Every morning she takes chlorophyll still. Yes, the sound of the air conditioner next door sounded like rain, but it's clear blue skies. And no, I'm not singing. Oh, it's zeolite.
Zeolite. It's a binder.
Oh,
All of these things that I just listed are binders. You have to have something for it to attach on. Binders are important. If you don't have the binders, the reabsorption, I can't say that word,
absorption.
is going, your body's going to reabsorb it. It really is, and it's very dangerous. So I will be selling zeolite. I got zeolite. I found it from someone from eBay, and we were emailing back and forth. I find it's all natural resources where they get it, just and it supposedly pharmaceutical grade, but I don't care about that. But this person I've been talking to for a couple weeks, and I went ahead and I purchased a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and capsule it for you guys, and then I'll be capsuling my own charcoal. And you don't have to use mine. You guys can get it from somewhere else, but I will have all of this stuff available to you except for the beet juice. That you'll have to get from the store. And you can get organic beet juice from any grocery store, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you get it from the grocery store, it's going to have a little bit of lemon juice, which has malic acid in it. So it's fine. I guess everyone who sells um, beet juice has some kind of either an apple juice or a lemon juice. They have malic acid added to it. So which is kind of I find that, interesting. But I also get a beet juice from the health store, from High Health, and from it. I only find it at AJ's fine food store. But you guys, it's $40 for 16 ounces. And if you want to get this stuff from the store, it's fine. It works just as well. It depends on what your budget is. So, yeah, I'll be having all of this, and I will have the protocol of the 1 week regimen for channel elimination all on my website here pretty soon. I'm a little bit behind on some work right now because of my foot, but I will hopefully be feeling 1,000% by the end of this week, and I will be getting all of this stuff. It's all printed and ready to go. It's all written out. I just got to get that on my website, and I got to figure this out because on there from here, we're going to do the channels of elimination this month, okay? For Mother Gaia, for the solstice. Then from there, we will have the detox. And I'm going to have many different types of detoxes because I don't know where you're at. I don't know what parasite you want to detox. You want to detox the candida? You want to detox the flukes out of the liver? Do you want to detox the tapeworms? I don't know where you're at. So, and you can do every single one of these as time goes by. But from there, you'll do your detox, and then we'll get you onto the binders. So, yeah, so that is not all that I want to talk about today. I could just keep going on and on and on. But for any of those who are interested, please message me. Let me know that you're interested in this stuff. And like I said, by next Tuesday, I should have all of it on the website, so you guys will be able to go on there and you'll be able to look at it and look at my products. And go ahead and start with that elimination of candles package. I'm going to do little packages. I'm going to get everyone parasite free. When you're parasitic free and you've got rid of your parasites, they have no more control over you. They can't brainwash you. They cannot put any more crap on you because you're pure, you're clean. And to me, that's what spirituality is about. That's what I'm a true believer. You guys know that I don't believe in this modern day spirituality stuff or this new age spiritual stuff. I'm not into it at all because they don't talk about this stuff. So this is true spirituality for me in my books. And that's what we're here for. We're to take care of our body and to stop putting these heavy metals into them. That's going to be my recommendation, you guys. As soon as you clear out your channels of elimination, step 2, do a heavy metal detox. And then from there, do the liver, do the kidney, do the lymphatic. I mean, we can go on and on with all the different detoxes. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I think after we do the elimination, then we're going to do the heavy metal detox. Because that's how they host. Your body is a host, a home for these parasites. So, and the way that they leech on is because of the heavy metals that are put on your body. again, that is the graphene dioxide that they're putting on us. Okay.
Yeah, Victor's saying they attacking like crazy at the moment. It means you said parasite, YouTube censoring it. How are they censoring parasite?
Oh, no way. I heard that. I heard that someone else told me that they were censoring me because I was using the word parasites. All right, then I'll change it to critters. How about that?
Oh, 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 oh. Entities.
They don't want you
Attachments.
guys to know. And I get deep. You know this, Victor. I don't just talk about the parasites that are planted inside of us. I also talk about the astral parasites. So, and they're real. And that's how they have control of us. It's how they're able to brainwash us. And once you break free from that, you're healthy. You can never get a disease. There's no way. You can never get a disease. But you can break bones and you can pull muscles.
Well, you're still going through changes and your body's still, you just got rid of most of your parasites. Do you have any left that you know of?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll be doing this whole entire process with you guys coming into the solstice. The solstice is very dear to me. It's the solstice and the equinox. This is the time because I know who I am and I know what I need to do for myself. And I know this is important and this is something that the body needs to do 4 times a year is a really clean, deep detox. And so I'm just going to kind of lay off of my clothes, the clothes that I take every day. I'm going to lay off some of my regimens that I do all the time. And I'm going to go ahead and just do my clean diet. And then I will be doing this process with you guys. And we'll see what else comes out of me. We're always being attacked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to probably always be giving birth to something. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not excluded from this. I'm human and they do get on our skin. And now I can tell you one thing. I came into my facility last Tuesday and there was like 8 mosquitoes in here.
Oh my.
Yeah, I freaked out. Mosquitoes and ticks. There's a lot of bugs that I will not tolerate because when they bite you, they lay their larvae and their eggs inside of you. Parasites. You just nested now. I didn't get bit. Not one mosquito bit me.
Now, how much cinnamon do you have a day?
I just have the cinnamon that I'll put in my water, just a little bit. Not every day. No,
Okay.
I don't
Do
do
you
everything every day.
clothes every day?
I normally do, yeah.
Okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because those two things eliminate mosquitoes. Also, if you're going out camping, and you can do this for Mother Gaia, if you're going out camping or just having a picnic, going to the lake or the river, take some cinnamon with you, put it on the ground before you put your blankets down. Yeah, it'll come up with cinnamon. That's fine. But you won't be bit by ants or mosquitoes. If I hear a mosquito in my house, I know this might sound strange, but you guys know I throw or I blow cinnamon into my house each month. I throw cinnamon around when I hear them because when I do, they go away. They hate cinnamon.
So do ants. Ants don't like cinnamon either.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's really hard to get rid of mosquitoes because there's not much things that can repel a mosquito. Because I believe mosquitoes and ticks were designed to implant the archons inside of us, the parasites. I think they're made by design. So she's right. There's not much that repels it. So these things will. Another thing they don't like either is if you get rosemary, lemon, or lime and put it in water. And if you want, you could put a floating candle on top. I do this because I sit outside in my garden and I light several of these and I put these around and that will repel them too. But it's very hard. I mean, but like I said, I didn't get bit, I was shocked. I killed them all though. Got them all. Oh, I got them.
Yeah.
I don't know where they came from. I looked everywhere in my facility. I do have a lot of plants, you guys. Last time I counted my plants, I have over 65 plants in my facility. So I looked and I emptied any extra water that was inside of their little bowls, and I don't know. I don't know where they came
Yeah.
from. But then my husband was here, and he was like, well, they can come from other areas that have standing water. And he's right. There's houses behind it. They can have this problem, so anyways, that is what I had to talk about. Did you have anything you wanted to talk
I
about?
want to say that you have planters outside,
Mhm,
and they water out on the other side of you
mhm. Yeah.
in this complex, okay, in this facility area. So it comes from that way as well.
Yep. They can come. They can travel. They will travel.
Mm.
Um,
We do our best to eliminate them where we can, but to protect yourself, definitely carry some spices with you.
yes, it works. It works, you guys. That is so funny that they're sensory. I mean, come on now. It's parasite. Since when is parasite? So funny. Okay. Um, so I guess I was going to say this for next Monday, next Tuesday, but I want to talk about courage. You guys, I don't have a whole lot of notes on courage. I'm just going to kind of like just wing this one. But this is one that hits home for me, and I think for Julie, for anyone who goes live. This isn't easy. It's not. It's very. It always gives me sweaty armpits and a sweaty neck, no matter what. No matter what. I get a little bit of anxiety. Sunday comes around, like, oh my God, my lives are coming. Um, and it's just kind of part of me facing something that is a shortcoming. I don't really like being center of attention. Do you?
No, I do not. I'm an introvert.
I'm not an introvert. I love to talk.
Yes, you're definitely more outgoing than I am.
Yes, I'm a chatter. I like to chat, 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 and I love meeting people. But going live and having a camera on you, and this going out to the world on all these social media platforms is very nerve wracking. In fact, I'm going to say something. I have never went back and watched any of my lives.
Not really. I haven't. I might have watched a little bit, but I do my best
I
not to.
accidentally, yeah, been scrolled in that. I turned off real quick. Oh, nope, nope. I don't know. Just once I do it, I do it. It's out there, and um, but I do it because it's my path, and Spirit tells me I have to get out there and I have to speak my truth because everything that Spirit has shown me with my spirituality, it needs to be talked about because this is my truth. And it's much different than what everybody out there talks about. I get that. It's not for everybody. Like I was saying in the beginning, this is only for the ears that have ears to hear it and the eyes to see it. But when courage can stop you. Courage can stop you from doing so much. It whispers in your ear. You can't do that.
Is that courage, or is that your ego being negative about this?
I think it is your ego talking to you. It's very much your ego. It is so much your ego. Courage turns into fear. Courage and fear. Courage equals fear. Fear, it's going to take fear.
There's a fine line between the two.
Yeah, fear. It's going to take your courage. Confronting it is probably the best thing you can do. And that is what I've been doing since I've been doing these lives is facing my fears. Getting the courage to come on live with my co-host and to do this and to bring this to you guys. And I'm just kind of curious on what is some of the things that fear has robbed you from that has taken your courage? You know, fear whispers all kinds of lies into your head. That's the ego. That's the ego part of you. That's your darkness. I mean, it tells you all kinds of things. You're not good enough. You're going to make a fool of yourself. Um,
A friend of mine reminded me of what ego stands for. Edging God out. EGO. Edging God out.
I like that. I like that. Um, you know, I just remind myself that I was called to do this, and I don't have to be perfect. I don't. Either does Julie. We just got to be present. Um, Fear is always going to show up, you guys, and take your courage to get a new job, the courage to set your boundaries on people who are overstepping their boundaries, the courage to get off the pharmaceuticals, the courage to change. Exactly. Um, Courage can, there, you need courage for so much stuff to change, to get rid of the stuff that you no longer need to hang on to. But then fear comes right in. So I just wanted to just kind of talk a little bit on that and just bring that out that, just face these fear. Don't listen to it. Just do it. Just go out there and do it. Here's an example. Um, I'm thinking about going to a 3-day work week. I'm sorry, a 4-day work week, and just being here at my facility for 4 days. I've had some changes that have happened the past month or so. I've had some major changes with my employees and stuff. And I'm kind of just sitting here, sort of kind of alone. I'm not. I have some other people who can come in and help. And most likely I will be hiring that person to come in and help me. But I'm thinking about closing the facility for 3 days, which I'm only closed 1 day right now. And that's going to take courage. Um, and just trust the universe that I'm still going to be able to have that everyone who needs to be here will come here in those 4 days. That way I will have 3 days for back office stuff. If I want to take 2 days off, I could take 2 days off because I only get 1 day off a week right now. And I've been at that for almost 6 years now. Prior to all of that, I mean, you guys, I was working here and I was working another job. I just retired 2 years ago. And this isn't work what I do. This is far from work. What I do now is I enjoy my life and I enjoy what I do. So I have a really nice job in what I do in my retirement. So I don't think I'll ever stop working. I can't. No way. My mitochondria is too healthy. I got too much energy. um, yeah, just don't let fear talk you out of what you want to do. Don't let it talk you out of your courage. Just do it, you guys. So whatever, I just wanted to that's just wanted to talk a little bit about that. That's all I really wanted to say. Um, and small steps count. Just take the small little steps towards whatever that is that you need to do, and you'll get it done. And you're going to feel so amazing once it's done. And then you're going to see how well it works out. I was scared to retire. I mean, I made really good money doing nothing and only working 15 hours a week. And I try to talk myself into I'll do it slowly. I'll just start, because I had it made that I could do whatever I want. If I wanted to just work there 1 day a week, they would have taken that. They would have taken anything that they can get because they did not, I worked there 20 years. I was friends with everybody. So, but no, I didn't. I retired and I just took that leap of faith and I took that courage and I told the fear to get out of here and go away. And now I just focus on what I do. And it's been amazing. But I have been working 6 days a week. And usually on my day off Sunday, I'm still working. I still got things I've got to get together. I'm writing scripts for my lives.
And also doing articles.
Yep, and I write an article. I write for a magazine, a local magazine here. So I don't have a whole lot of commitments outside of my facility and helping people, except for these 2 lives and my article. Because I can't. I won't overdo it. I've learned my lesson on that.
Well, you've got family. You've got lots of families. So.
Yep, I got a big family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wrote this. Okay. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, I'll try again tomorrow, and that's more than enough. So that was kind of a little affirmation that I wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I try to do throughout the week when we get ready for these lives. I just kind of just jot things down as I get downloads. And that's why I've got different books because I'm always,
whatever's close.
Whatever's close, I jot it down. If I don't, I lose it.
Right.
That has been something that I've been working on. I've been trying to get working with Source and Mother Gaia to give me the photographic memory that I need. And hopefully I'll have it one day. Because if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yeah.
I got so many amazing downloads last week, and I'm like, oh, I'll remember it. Heck no, I went to go sit down and start writing some scripts and write some stuff down. I didn't remember one of those downloads. And they were really good, but whatever.
And when that happens to you, you might not have the paper and pencil or whatever nearby, but remember, you have this thing called your phone.
Yep.
Video.
Yep.
Even if it's just the audio part of it, at least you're recording.
Yes. I got to get practice. I got to get better with that. That is something that she's so right because you always have your phone with you, don't you?
Yeah.
Always.
I mean, sometimes I will walk away from it when I'm out gardening and stuff because I don't like to be disturbed. I don't want to wear headsets, at least not very often at all. And if I'm out in my garden, then there's people walking by, there's people in the pool. So it can get noisy. And I don't want to keep turning up the volume because I don't want everybody to hear what I'm listening to it all the time. But what I have been listening to lately is Magic of Awareness. And I just this morning on the way in listened to chapter 10 and chapter 11 in that. And 11 is about crazy love. And you guys know that Love Right Warriors, I'm all about unconditional love. Well, those 2 chapters actually resonated with me highly. So if you ever get a chance to listen to that, it was a free book. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on my Audible, free or with the credits. That's the only way I buy them. But listen to it. It's about Buddha teaching, but it has been very helpful for me.
That's good. And if it's helpful for you, then and it's helping you be better, then do it. Whatever resonates with you, go for it.
Exactly.
And yes, Victor, you're right. Put the phones down. This has been kind of funny. Since I broke my foot, if my phone's over here, I left it over here, and I'm over here on this side of the facility.
It stays where it
stays. I ain't getting up to get it.
You kind of wave at it.
It'll be ringing. I'm like, oh, well, I'll get to when I get over there. I'm not rushing anywhere. And you're right. Put the phone down. Victor, I am not married to my phone. I'm not. And I've gotten criticized for that. I've gotten criticized for not being married to my phone, for being a business owner. And I'm like, I hated when the damn things came out in the first place. I was the very last person on this planet to get a cell phone. No, seriously, I was. And then when I did get it, I put it in the cabinet and I just shut the cabinet.
Oh, wow.
And it was a present, of course. And I was like, and it was free. I had an employer at the time who paid for my phone bill first two
Oh,
years that I
wow.
worked over at, I left that and I went to go work to be a bartender, to do something a little bit more simple at the park, to go work for the park. And this employer paid 2 years for my cell phone. They thought I was going to come back and work for them, but that wasn't happening. And then when they realized I wasn't going back, they stopped paying my phone. But that phone literally just sat in the cabinet. I
Oh, wow.
wanted nothing to do with it. I felt like I had a leash on me. That's what it felt like when the cell phones came out and they got so popular and affordable for people. Because there was a time when they were kind of affordable.
Yeah, there was a time. Yes, that time is not now.
Yeah, no, not anymore. But that was setting us up. That was to set us up.
Yes.
And I think it's very sad how what we've done to our families, having to have certain things so that you
Right.
can communicate to the world. And it's bullshit.
And for children,
I know.
we
It's
put that
bullshit.
on our children as well.
And they're soaking up, yep, Victor, you're right. They're soaking up all that radiation all day long. They got the earbuds, which I call two microwaves between your head. You literally have a microwave when you've got the earbuds. All this stuff is not good for us. It's got really bad frequencies. And I have a feeling that if we don't stop what we're doing and we don't take this stuff from our children and limit it, we're going to see a lot more brain tumors in our children as they get older.
And I mean, I don't watch a whole lot of TV or movies, but The Kingsman is a very good one to watch when you want to get yourself off of cell phones because they utilize cell phones to kill. So you
Mhm.
might want to look at that.
Mhm. They, because of the frequencies, they know frequencies so well. And all of our
Mhm.
screens, like this computer screen, your TV screen, your phone screen, is made of obsidian, made of crystals.
And blue light too. The blue light is not good for your eyesight.
No, it's not. It's very bad for your eyesight. Red, you want red light. Um, but they put the frequencies and they emanate them out, and they can emanate them through the screens, and they can land. They can give you diseases. They can give you parasites to give you the diseases. They've always had a kill switch for us, you guys. They do have the kill switch for every single one of us. That's how
Mm.
much control they have. And we just keep buying into this technology that is so dangerous. Not that it's a bad thing. I do believe that we can do this so much safer. But of course they do it in a poisonous way because that's just who they are. That's
Yeah.
what they do. Like they're crazy and they're evil. And they need control of us because once they don't have control of us, they're going down. So we will see that. I will see all of this come down in my lifetime. I know I will. I don't know if I'll be here necessarily for the complete rebuild, but I know I'll be here for it to go down for this life. Seeing even 3 years old happen. Oh yeah,
No.
oh yeah. Kids are reading at 3 now because of it. I mean, it's just insane. They're now become the babysitters.
Well, and it's also opposite of that. A lot of kids are not reading because they can hear it on the phone.
Mhm.
Okay. My one of my grandsons, I only have two. One of my grandsons is addicted to his cell phone and keeps scrolling and scrolling. And it's like, dude, put it down for a minute. You're eating dinner. Just put it down. Because, I mean, it's like this all the
Oh,
time.
I have clients. I have people that are in my life. It's just you're trying to talk to them, you're having a conversation, and they're just all day long. I'm just like, holy moly.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it with so many people. Oh, I want to say at least 65% of the people that are around me are addicted to that, to their phones. They wake up.
I'm detoxing on the cell phone. And also, in order to do that, I keep my glasses off because it's so difficult to read
Yeah,
without
yeah,
my
yeah.
glasses. So that's fine. And when I do free writing, I never have my glasses on. So I don't see what I'm writing. The only thing I pay attention to is that I'm not overlapping the letters.
So you can read it. So when you go
So I can read it later.
So you read it when you go back because you probably won't remember what you wrote.
Well, yeah, and when I was doing it every day, my penmanship got excellent. I can read it so well. But now that I haven't done it in a while, yes, I have to get back to it minimum 15 minutes a day. So I'm getting back to it. But yes, there's a whole lot less children reading these days because they don't need to. They have cell phones. Even my youngest grandson, he was struggling. He got tired of reading Cat in the Hat. He got bored. He was reading it to me. He was excited to read it to me. Okay, fine. And then no, it was Green Eggs and Ham, not Cat in the Hat, but Green Eggs and Ham. And it's just like, wow. And I said, "You're getting bored, aren't you?" Yes. He was tired of reading the same thing over and over again. But we got through it. But that's where he is. And he should be way beyond Green Eggs and Ham. I'm just saying. He doesn't have a phone, but he borrows mom's all the time. So,
Yeah, there's got to be there's just got to be a medium happiness here. You use it when you need to. I grew up without this stuff, so I know how to. I'm a real creator. I love to watch children can create, and they're amazing creators. They just need to get back outside. They need to get away from being boxed into four walls behind a desk. I always say teachers created ADHD. They're the ones who created it because no child should be stuck behind a desk. They should be learning through play, dance, and song.
mhm.
And when I was little, we had Foursquare, hopscotch, jacks. My favorite one was Chinese jacks. You can create your own jacks. I haven't even seen Chinese jacks out ever since. We had board games.
Mhm.
We had this game called Ditch'em, which was my favorite. I love Ditch'em. Kind of like tag, but
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say.
kind of like a tag, but you got to go ditch them and hide out. I grew up. My grandparents' backyard was connected to Knott's Berry Farm,
Ooh.
so that was a great place to play ditch 'em. And
Did you end up going to Knott's Berry
all
Farm?
the time, it was my backyard.
So was there a hole in the fence somewhere that you could get in?
You just walk right in with the employees.
Oh,
You walked right in. Yeah, no, I was. That was my playground. I know Knott's Berry Farm by the back of my hand. I can tell you everything that used to be there that's not there anymore. I can name all the shops. My grandparents were friends with Mr. and Mr. Knott. Yeah, it's true. Knott's Berry Farm started because of their jam.
yes.
It's a true story. Their cookies, their jam, and their chicken. It's all true. Um, are you kidding me? That's like one of the best amusement parks. I never liked Disneyland. Disneyland was not, I was all about Knott's Berry Farm. I went to Disneyland though, because I was right down the street from there. But yeah, I grew up at the beach and Knott's Berry Farm. Those were my play areas. And it was safe enough for me back then to take the bus. And then when I turned 13 or 14, I got a beach cruiser and I took my bike. I take my bike. And then when I turned 16, I got a scooter and would take the scooter. And yeah, I lived that whole Cali life before it became what it is now. I talked to my brother-in-law last night, and he was telling me they put skyscrapers up everywhere.
Mm.
He was telling me the streets, and these are the streets that I grew up on, like Brookhurst and Euclid and stuff like that. And he says it's nothing but skyscrapers. I'm like, I wouldn't recognize it. If I went home, I would probably be so lost because I would not. He said it's New York. He says it's becoming a little mini New York.
Well, my sister grew up in Austin. I think it was Austin. Yeah. Yeah. And she went back there after a few years. They had changed the directions of the street to a one way.
Oh, jeez.
He was going the wrong way
Oh, jeez.
because it wasn't that way before. So when you go back to a place you haven't been and you see these skyscrapers,
Is he changing?
double check which what the road says. It might not be the way you remember.
I'm lucky. When I go back home, I always have my best friends or one of my family members. I just let them drive. Just drive. Because I can look around at everything. So I can look around at everything and see all the changes. But that's
Exactly.
California. That is California for you.
Well, you've been out and about in Arizona lately. I don't know if Glendale has that problems, but in Tempe and Mesa, oh my goodness, Phoenix, there are apartments popping up everywhere.
This is the new California. I've been here in Arizona now. I've lived here. Oh my goodness, how old is my daughter going to be? I think my daughter's going to be 33.
Oh wow.
So we've been here 32 years because we moved here April. She turned 1 year old. April of 1994 we moved here. So I think I've been here now 30. Yeah, I think I've been here 32 years.
Just a pup. Just a pup.
Yeah, this is not the same Arizona.
No.
This is not. I came here because there was wide open spaces, you guys. A place where I could raise my children and they could run. We could have motorcycles because you couldn't do that in Orange County. There was no way I could give them the life that I gave them here. And because I like to ride anything that has wheels, and so did my children. And
anything that goes on water, I would just
and that too, anything that goes on water, anything that goes fast, I like. Anything that gives me a challenge, I love to do. Anyways, this is just not the same state. It really isn't.
Yeah. And you said you've been here 32 years. I will be celebrating 50 years in Arizona on the 25th of July. I haven't decided what to do for my 50th year, but
Wow,
I'm pretty excited about it.
it's a long time. We've seen a lot of changes happen. A lot. I remember when I first moved here, it was really hard to find a native. Like you didn't find very many natives to Arizona, but now I meet them all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm watching my town grow before my eyes. My eyes, I cannot believe it. Yeah.
It's crazy. I just don't, the changes aren't good. I don't believe we're supposed to be all crammed in one big city on top of each other. I don't believe that. You guys, this planet is huge. Trust me. There is plenty of room in Arizona. Lots and lots of room. We could be more spread out. We do not need to be this close together, and we do not need all this concrete, and we do not need all this asphalt. We don't.
Canyons, people. Canyons. They're everywhere. And what I mean by that is when there's skyscrapers, there's not a whole lot of sun coming down.
Mm-mm.
Tokyo is known for having sun coming down shafts so that their people lower in the buildings can have sunlight. Otherwise, they don't see the sun because they work from sun up to sundown.
The 15-minute towns is the next. I don't think those are going to really happen, Victor. I don't. There's no money. They don't have any money to fund that.
What's a 15-minute town? Never heard of it.
Elon Musk talks about it. Yeah,
listeners.
Those he's the one who's trying to create those, and you can like get a home in a box.
They've been selling homes in the box for a while.
Yeah, that's all Elon Musk. And then they're trying to do the 15-minute homes here in Arizona. That we've got a couple of communities.
Oh, homes, not towns. Okay.
Well, towns too. I think they're trying to clump them all together. And in this community, you don't have to go anywhere. You just can stay in this 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes to get there. It's 15 minutes so you can walk everywhere. But it's all digital, concrete. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
It's like the 15 minutes to walk everywhere, but in clean, green, open spaces.
We already have those when it comes to some small towns. Some small towns, and I don't plan to be here in Arizona much longer. Well, I'm moving. I'm moving away. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to move. I want to, like I've always told you, my
Yeah.
dream is I believe I deserve to live here in my facility. I deserve to do what I do from home.
Mhm.
And then have people come into my home. I don't believe, I mean, I'm spending a lot of money to rent this space. And with the amount of money that's costing me just to be open in this space, I can put that inside of a home business. Maybe I will be in Arizona still. Ideal for me would probably be just to be out somewhere where we have cleaner skies, Cave Creek, somewhere where it's cleaner. But we'll see what happens. We'll see where spirit leads me. I'm sure this move happens for me. I'm feeling it happens within the next 2 or 3 years.
Well, you were saying last year that would happen within 5 years. So
Yeah.
you're still on the.
I'm still thinking. So if I stay in Arizona, great, but it will be where it's cooler and where there's clearer skies and cleaner skies. And because I just can't breathe out here anymore. I can't stand it. I'm over it. And then the traffic. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's if I even survive without getting ran over by somebody.
Well, it wasn't too bad today because school is out. However, it was a lot worse than it should have been with school out. And we're talking about these buildings and everything that's being built, skyscrapers, and most of them are apartments. And my granddaughter asked me the other day, I think both my granddaughters were here, and they go, "Are those apartments filled?" And I'm looking at them and go, "No, there's a lot of empty spaces there." And Scott has also spoken about um, the new start homes, the developments or the subdivisions that are being built, that they're flat. They're not selling because everybody's going to the smaller homes. So these 2,000 to 4,000 square foot homes are not selling anymore, and they're giving.
That's a lot of home.
A lot of.
I ran a healing facility. I had a healing home that was 4,000 square feet, and it was. I mean, we needed it because it was a business and it was a home for the healers, and they would come and rent space, come and rent rooms and stuff, and it ran itself. It was a great program, but that home was a lot. I mean, to have to clean it, oh my goodness, it was just nope, nope, nope. Now I will need on my property when whatever I get, whatever what I'm visualizing is that I will have my own home. It'll be a home that I get to go to, and then I'll have another facility built where it'll be a storefront with healing, like the same thing as this. It's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be separate from my home. So when I'm home, and then I'll be able to grow all my medicine there. It'll be so much easier for me to be all in one spot. And then people will come in. I'll be able to show them how this is done, and then have educational classes. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. And I'll be able to have all my fur babies that I want.
Not just a cat.
Not just a cat. I'll probably have a couple cats because they'll have to chase away all the rodents.
But there might be some rodents you want to keep around.
Yeah, there might be some. We'll see how the ecosystem is wherever I end up, where this happens. So,
Victor, I think he's mentioned this. You need to go back to Norway. He's feeling.
Yes, you know what, Victor? I just got my passport.
The only thing is do you like the cold?
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Not really.
But she did. The heat is kind of bad.
I want to go to Norway. I want to go see the lights. I want to go see the Norway lights. That's what I want to go. I want to go experience that. I think that'd be so cool. I want to go to Scotland too. But my daughter, she's in Europe right now, and then she's heading to Scotland. She'll be gone. She's gone all month. Okay. All right. I'm back on. Is I back on? Looks like I went off for a minute.
No, I just had to pull up. I had to get rid of some trolls, or what do we call them? Squirrels. Not in a bad thing. And I understand that they have their agenda, but not on not in our program. They can do their agenda elsewhere.
I'm saying that. Yeah, I don't ever have that kind of stuff happen when I'm doing my lives on Monday night.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, I haven't had. So they're trying to get money from us, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I see something like this asking for money, I remember what Epstein or Elstein, what is his name? Joel. He's he's an evangelist, a man of God with multiple private planes, mansions, and so many other things. That doesn't sound like a man of God. What I would consider myself, he's a man of greed, and that's how I feel. So when these people ask for money, it's like, huh? Joel Olstein. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah. So definitely want to deal with that.
Well, Victor, you're gonna have to show me around when we go there. When we go there, I am planning on getting. I'm doing some traveling. Like I said, I got my passport, so nothing's stopping me now, except for like I told you earlier in the life that I'm going to go to a 3-day work week. I'm going to be making some changes. So what my goal is to be able to put everyone just goes to my website. You want to find Claudene, you want to find Elevated by Claudene, you're just going to go to the website. That way I'll be able to work remotely anywhere around the world.
Right.
And that's what I'm working towards.
The only problem is being able to send out your merchandise.
Well, somebody from home will do that. Orders will always come in. That's what I'm saying. They'll be able to order off the website and then the orders will go out. I'm sure I will have many people working for me once I get my facility, my home, and my land.
Okay.
Um, my husband and I are selling our 45 acres right now. So we're going to see where that puts us once we get that sold. Yeah, we're going to get that sold because there's just no water there. There's just a lot that's not going to, and it's up a mountain. It's a whole mountain. And yeah,
it's hard to get to when it rains.
it's really hard to get to. So we think we can sell that and go buy something that's going to be a little bit better and more convenient for me to do what I want to do, and for him too, because my husband also owns his own business. So,
and that was a very interesting when it came to. We already started talking, but when it came to your broken foot, that they're talking even more. So it's nice to see that. So
yes.
things happen the way they're supposed to. Divine timing.
Exactly.
Speaking of divine timing, it is 10:03. So what I'd like to do, since we are getting ready to leave, is
Jill Mom wants to say hi real
Yes.
quick. She's coming up. She's waking up. She's like, "What are we doing here, ladies? What are we doing?" Oh yes, the Mushroom Club, you guys. That'll be on the solstice, June 20th, which was a time when I ascended to this planet. So it's also my birthday. I am a solstice child.
the 20th or the 22nd?
The 22nd. But the solstice does go. It starts on the 20th and it goes all the way, I believe, until about the 23rd.
Right.
Maybe the 24th. That energy just could go on all week.
It depends.
Yeah, it just depends. Every solstice is different. We'll see how long that portal stays open. So, and I came in on a new moon. I was born at 222 and born on the 22nd. So I was already a master when I came here. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Those are master numbers. Yes, I love Kitty too. I love the kitty gets. But yes, I will be out there. Do you have your you already have your passport?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had your passport.
I'll have to get mine renewed in 2 years, but
It's super easy. I got you.
Oh,
I got you.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, you can do it right down the street. I've got a way of getting the passports that's so easy. It's so funny. It's great. Because nobody doesn't really know about it yet. It's not popular. So, and you could get a renewal too. And you get your renewal in like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's really cool. There was something on here. Someone said, "Oh, okay, the mineral water. I want a tiny home and live off grid." Yeah, I love those tiny homes. I will have a couple of those on my property too, for my children to stay in.
No, you can create your own tiny home. So
there's so many creative things out there.
Yeah.
I can't believe how this is. The new earth is coming along. I am seeing people. Finally, we're seeing hemp homes, hempcrete, dome homes being made out of hempcrete, bamboo. All of this stuff is coming out. It's so cool. And another thing that I'm finding, you guys, which is really hard, for my birthday to gift myself, I'm going to gift myself a new wardrobe.
Oh,
Yes, and I'm getting rid of everything, and I'm going to go all cotton and linen and hemp clothes.
yes.
And they're very expensive, you guys. I can't believe, and I love to wear dresses. I was born to wear summer dresses. I love summer dresses, and I'm actually finding some really good places online where I can get a summer dress for less than $30. So, and it's,
Yeah.
yeah, and then we've got, like I said, they're doing linen, bamboo, hemp, cotton. And the reason why I'm changing my clothes is because you know what? Our clothes hold frequencies are made of
Yes.
plastic, and I'm getting plastic in my blood.
Yep.
So I'm trying to eliminate that. But
I work on sticking with cotton at least until I can find the
yeah,
linen and the hemp that I want.
and you can't even find this stuff at the thrift store anymore.
No.
Thrift stores are full of Walmart clothes.
Yes. Yes.
It's disgusting.
Because we used to get really good buys of the hemp and all that.
Yeah,
Not
you
just
could
hemp,
find,
but
you could
linen at
find,
least.
yeah, you could find linen. You could find all this at the thrift stores. Not anymore. It's all filled with Target and Walmart and the Gap.
We'll love local store over here with 100% linen.
Oh,
When do you need me to send you some money so you can send me some linen clothes?
yeah.
Just saying. I was now.
Hey, now, Victor, you're gonna go pick out our clothes.
Yes. Hey, I'll give you a list. Shein, if for those of you who know what Shein is, it is an online store, reasonable prices, sometimes a lot of great clearance prices. Anyway, no, not a whole lot of organic materials. However, big with the younger girls and women. Anyway, they had a pop-up store in Tempe over Memorial Day weekend at the Riverview, not Riverview, sorry, Tempe Town Market. Anyway, my granddaughter stood in line for 2 hours to go in that store. And when they got there, they said, now this was day three. This was day three. That all they had were party clothes. And so and a couple swimwear, a few things of swimwear. But other than that, they were out of everything else, all their normal um, deals and good clothing. So, so be careful where you're going and enjoy the clearances and all. But yes, look at that. Frequency in clothing is a big deal.
I'm gonna look into that. See that right now.
What?
Because if you can order online,
Yeah. Please
would,
give us the name of the local store there, Victor.
no, I'm serious.
Oh, there you did it.
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
yeah, I really did. Okay, we'll go for my birthday, and I'm gonna go more organic with my clothes. I bet you I'm gonna feel even better. And next Tuesday, I just got a download right now regarding the shine and glow that we naturally are supposed to have. Um, so I think we're going to talk about that. I'm getting some downloads on it right now, and so that'll be a discussion for next Tuesday. So hopefully you guys will be able to tune in. Yes, it's another topic that I've been discussing with the creator. I do want my shine back. I've been working on getting my shine back, and we'll go deeper into that next Tuesday. We'll see what downloads I get from now until then, and I will share that with you guys. But it's really good to be back with you guys. It was really good to have a break too. And I'm so glad that you guys came in. At one time, I looked at the screen and we had like 8 people on watching us. So
Yeah, and there is a Tuesday night class tonight, so I'd love to see you. That information is going. I will be on live tomorrow. I have not decided what. I will be um, asking everyone who comes on, so Kevin and Victor and everyone else who's on, please share that I will be on. Because I'm going to be asking questions of you. Yes, I have no problems in doing readings, but I want to know what is happening with you, what you want to see, what we can do. Yes, I already wrote down Victor and Starseeds. But I will be starting a new show I know it'll start at least on the 11th. I've got, I've got a person lined up for the 11th, and I'm working on other days as well. So I will let you guys know more, and I can't wait to see you. Remember Wednesday evening, A5 says, and Don on Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Thursday morning is Sonoran Mystic Tarot and Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. On Friday morning, I will be back with Scott. Scott will be back. So looking forward to that. That's 9 a.m. Tomorrow night, Dawn, Susan, I'm not sure if Angie will be there. They will be at Rising Phoenix Spiritual Church at, I think it's 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's at 1522 West Encanto Boulevard. Also on Thursday, Susan should be holding her mediumship class. Saturday, she will be on, as far as I know, in the morning at 10. And Psychic Sunday with Jess, which we didn't get to see today. Oh, and Lalima popped in. Hello, Lalima. Bonnie and Jess on Psychic Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Miss Sherry Beery and Miss Angie should be back. They were back last Sunday. So hopefully they're back again on Sunday at 3 p.m. I love that show. Lots of information, great vibes, and everything everybody does. Mondays are open right now. Oh, Mondays, Miss Umber and Miss Carrie should have their dream podcast going on, Dream and Healing. I don't have the name right now. I will be putting that in. But again, that would be on Monday, and then we'll be back on Tuesday. I'm so excited. And want to go back to Wednesday. Please come in the morning. I will be on at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I need anybody and everybody who wants to come in, because I'm going to be asking you questions. And yes, anybody wants a reading, I'll be glad to give that to you.
It's a good time to get her. Yeah, to be by herself. I don't have a whole lot going on as much as she does, except for I just do a live on Monday night at 5:22 Arizona time. It's just called the Live with Anne and Claudine. It's just I talk with a gal. Her Anne is my co-host. She's from Australia, and she is an amazing medium. So we just talk about pretty much the same thing that Julie and I do here. We do the same thing. A lot about parasites. That's most of what we focus on. And then I do have my EBC Shroom Club on the 20th. And this month we're going to be doing inoculating logs. I went foraging a couple weeks ago. I'm much better at foraging than I am kayaking. So,
well, you were great at kayaking until.
And I went and I foraged a whole bunch of honey willow tree stems, real big ones, and we're going to be inoculating those with different types of medicinal mushrooms and edible mushrooms at the EBC Club for the solstice, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not too sure what I'm serving yet. Maybe the fried chicken again, because I usually do that every solstice. A chicken of the woods, but I'm not too sure. I haven't made up my mind. I don't know what I'll be serving, but I still have time to figure that one out.
Yes, and see what's out there as far as the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming in. We do appreciate you, each and every one of you. Please share and like. It helps us out that way. And we're here. If you have any questions, you know our emails. They're in the description. Anytime you need us, in the description, you can find how to get a hold of both of us.
Yes.
So thank you so much. And just really quick, for those who need to take a picture of it, this is the QR code for Miss Claudine and her business. Thank you guys so much. Love, light, blessings. Please rise above with love. It's all about you. I